Morning and welcome to a new segment of Politically Inept. Today we will be discussing a variety of situations that seem to be extremely controversial. To start, we will discuss the immortal Hillary Clinton. Ms. Clinton has accumulated a variety of admirable traits: trustworthy, generous, reliable, and consistent, to name a few. She has demonstrated her unquestionable loyalty throughout her 50 years of political experience. She prides herself on coming from a blue-collar family who faced innumerable setbacks throughout her childhood. She often credits her characteristics to her father, who taught her much of what she knows today. She began her political career as a Republican, but quickly adopted Democratic policies during the Civil Rights era. As a freshman in college, Clinton was elected president of the Wellesley Young Republicans Club. Unfortunately for her sake, this was the only presidential position she successfully secured. Unlike the lead she blew in the presidential election, Clinton spent an impressive 45 years making a true difference. These differences will be discussed in our podcast in the next few minutes.
The first topic our guest will be discussing is the Clinton marriage.
So the Clinton marriage. Personally, I think that it's solely for political dominance. I really don't know how much of it is, true love. And I think especially now as they get older and when things started to stir up when Bill was in office, I really question why Hillary is still married to him, considering everything that she stands for.
Yeah, I don't really get anything. I don't really see any love in this. I mean, he blatantly cheated on her. It's known by most Americans.
It's just especially interesting because she activates for feminism and activates for women's rights when she's has no respect for herself if she's still married to a man who cheated on her openly and admitted it.
Yeah.
So I mean, if she wants to go out and protest equal rights, but she's not considering herself an equal.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty contradictory.
At this point in her political career and in the election, the amount of money raised for the campaign and her whole movement is just like basically all him. She's the face for Bill's.
Yeah, and vice versa. I think Bill's the face for her campaign.
Yeah.
I think when someone votes for Hillary, I don't really think that all of them vote because, it's Hillary. I think a lot of them vote for what Bill did and how successful he was in office, not including the marriage, but in office. He was a very good president universally.
Wow, some controversial points being made there. I think now we should transition to our next topic, the interesting political contributors of the Clinton campaign.
Okay, so the Clinton Foundation, according to their website and their records, Saudi Arabia donated between $10 and $25 million, which was one of their largest contributors. And the fact that that large of amount of money came from a country that goes against all of the Clintons' morals. They have no respect for women, no religious freedom in that country whatsoever.
I totally agree with you. They also don't have any respect for the homosexual community. I think one story that my dad shared with me, he was in Saudi Arabia with his girlfriend in college, and a man walked up to my dad in the market and offered to trade his camel for my dad's girlfriend in college. Just kind of speaking to the point of how disrespectful men treat women there. How could a political candidate who activates for women's rights, support and accept donations from countries who completely contradict everything she stands for?
It's not right.
It's not right
at all.
Some strong points made there by a guest. We will now enter our final, but far from least important topic, Benghazi.
So the Benghazi situation, I think, is a really underspoken situation that needs more attention. And it's just respect for the 4 lives that were lost on that day.
For those of you who don't know exactly what happened, basically Hillary Clinton's email account was hacked into by terrorists in the area, and they took the information of where and when the Clinton party would be and the other employees at the U.S. Embassy in Benghazi. And so they had that information and used that to their advantage. They later stormed the embassy and ended up killing 4 people.
Yeah, and there were multiple requests for help, but nothing was answered. And later on, when asked, Hillary Clinton said, "Who knows? It's not my fault.
Yeah,
something along those lines.
Not only did she say that, but when she got especially pressing questions from the press, she asked what difference did it make that 4 people had died.
It's just
a blatant disregard.
Yeah.
As you can see from this conversation between our two guests, Hillary Clinton can be seen as one of the better candidates for the United States presidency.